My buddy Sean Hannity, are you there?
Great one. How are you? How am I? What's going on?
I'm doing wonderfully.
Hey,
Thank you.
Am I allowed to tell people I read something you wrote?
Well, just tell a little. Don't go overboard.
No. Have you mentioned the name? Yeah, you have, because I put it on my website.
Yes, Ameritopia.
Right. I spent this holiday weekend,
looking at Playboy magazines. Go right ahead.
Actually, I have never done that. Listen, you keep this up. I'm going to tell everybody what you ate for lunch today.
I had a salami sandwich.
Oh, how great is that?
It was very good.
Now,
Hebrew National
by the way,
salami.
And I'm not going to reveal it, so don't panic. I want everybody on Facebook, on Twitter, email, everybody that can get in contact with Mark, write him, Mark. Just do it. Now, I've been annoying Mark for the last 48 hours, and it's about time I get some logistical points. I'm going to explain this after you do it, why I have been so adamant you need to do something.
All right.
You know what I'm talking about, and not 1, 2. That's
yes, you want me to get a reduction. I can't help that I was born so well.
Listen, I didn't know they did that.
All right, go right ahead.
I didn't know.
All right, yes.
All right. Now, back to this is so inside. If people only knew.
Yellow.
What was the question again?
You did something over the weekend, and it sounds dirty.
Now, I got a hold of your book. As a matter of fact, I think the first copy you sent out was to me.
I gave you the first pre-publication copy last week.
And, I really loved Liberty and Tyranny. Liberty and Tyranny has been one of the best-selling books in the last decade in the country. And I would argue, and I said at the time, and I stand by it today, it laid the intellectual foundation for the Tea Party movement that sprung up then thereafter. I think it was, when did it come out? In the spring or the winter of, what was it, 2010?
Well, it came out in March, but the Tea Party movement actually started before it.
It did, but you know something? It certainly gave intellectual power to it. And you have now come up with a new book. Can I tell the title?
Yes, I've talked about it. It's Ameritopia.
Okay. And this is not a book that you're going to want. I read all these books for work, and I tell you all the time, I'm a fast speed reader, and I can read through a book usually in hours because I have to. I don't have the time to absorb it. But I literally took my time with your book, and it is so powerful in terms of laying the foundation of what the utopian,
all right, I don't want you to go too far.
I want to say this much: mindset versus liberty and freedom. And you did something so unique in this book by going back historically and researching so diligently all of the great wisdom of, everybody from Plato on down. I won't give the names. And you use this to bolster the case for freedom and explain and expose, if I can say that, what is happening right here in the world today. And it is so relevant, and you tie it all together so perfectly. This is a powerful book, and I will tell you this, and I've never said this about a book before. And I'll save some of this because I get the first interview with you.
Notice I'm not interrupting you.
This book is going to be around for not just decades. People will refer back to this book, a century from now, and realize this guy tied it all together. This guy took the great intellectual thinkers from all the days, brought it together in one collection here, and applied it to modern-day problems. Because, really, Mark, the problems we're facing today, as you point out in this book, are not a hell of a lot different, maybe a different variation, a different form, than what the world has always been struggling against.
Well, listen, you're very, very kind.
Oh, it's true. I mean,
I want to talk more about it, but we just can't. But you're very, very kind.
Well, I put it on my website. I hope people will go and get an early copy of it. But when a book comes out, we're going to spend a half hour on the TV show. We're going to powder your head. It's going to be a great moment.
Am I going to wear, like, George Washington's wig?
Listen, if you want to wear a wig and a dress, I don't care. I'm not going to stop you.
Wait a minute.
You at home is your business.
You know it's Christmas time, right?
Oh, I don't want to hear this goofy song.
Here we go. Just let it play. This is for Alec Baldwin. Okay? Alec Baldwin, this is for you. Stay with me, Sean.
I'm staying.
Everybody.
Hey, do we have any calls, Marvin?
Yes.
Oh, can we take calls? Great. Do we have any calls? No calls. Oh, do we have a phone number? Yeah, it's right in front of you, Alec. Oh, here's the number. Call, please. Call, Mom.
Hold on now. Don't make me read this pamphlet. Remember that one?
What pamphlet?
Kill the song. You remember? Remember he's sitting there in the studio? He's got a pamphlet there. Nobody's calling. His manager's there, and among other things. I've got a pamphlet here. Don't make me read the pamphlet. He's threatening his audience, all four of them.
Yeah, that they're going to have to. That he's going to read to them.
But he walked out.
Nobody called in, and so you and I call in, and he's trying to audition for a talk radio job. He walked out of the studio in Brian Whitman.
Yeah, I won't say why.
No, I'll say why, because you said you talked about his wife, Kim Basinger.
No, listen, the guy is nasty, and I tried,
I like his brother Stephen. I promised Stephen I'd never talk about his daughter.
I want Stephen to understand something. I'm a counterpuncher, and you know this too, Sean. I don't punch first. So if somebody's out there slamming away at an ally, slamming away at a conservative, or slamming away at me, I'm going to respond. So the jerk gets on. My daughter watches, Twitter, and gets on there unloading out of the blue. Dad, Alec Baldwin. I said, who? That slob? Is he still around? Because I don't watch his stuff. And I don't watch SNL. It's monotonous. Have you watched that lately?
It's monotonous.
It's so boring. So anyway, Mark Levin something or other. So I just took I took about 1 hour out of the show and just dealt with it,
You know what? I think that's what people love about you, is you got this fight. I've learned to hit back a lot myself recently, and you've noticed that, and you've commented on it, and you say whenever I hit somebody hard, you love it.
Yes. Hold on. More for Alec. Here we go.
Will you burn it? Hey, Rich, burn this thing, will you? Burn it.
I love this song.
This is the last time you're going to play it this year. Good grief.
All right, stop. So who do you have on your program today?
We got a good show tonight. We got Carl Rove, the architect. We got Dana and Stewart.
Hold on a second. Who do you have?
We got Carl Rove, the architect.
Why do you keep calling him the architect?
Yeah, that's his nickname.
Who gave him that nickname?
Are you done questioning me? Carl Rove is on. Dana Perino, Stuart Varney. I like both of them a lot.
Oh, good man there.
Ann Coulter's on tonight.
Yes. Is she going to curse on your program?
Did you know that Russell Simmons, Russell Simmons, the
billionaire?
Yeah, the billionaire. I'm going to ask him about that.
The billionaire hip-hop guy?
Well, he made a statement about me and said that every rapper that's famous is less gangster, less homophobic, less racist, and less sexist than Sean Hannity.
Why do you care what he says?
Well, we're gonna deal with it.
Who cares about this guy?
Well, because
Russell
just
Simmons.
Like you, somebody says. Now, in fairness, I got to tell some of the story. Now, he did call me, and apologize for calling me racist, and so I got to give credit for that.
Yeah.
It is outrageous.
Who's on your panel? The three.
We got a good panel tonight. Are you going to watch?
Prove it. Tell me who it is.
All right, we got Doug Schoen, Kerry Pickett.
Doug's good.
You like Kerry?
Oh, I like them both.
And Andy Levy from Red Eye.
He's hilarious.
He's funny, isn't he?
I don't think I've ever been invited on Red Eye. Maybe I have. I would not that I'd go.
Can I ask you a question? Now, this brings up a question.
Yes, go right ahead.
Why won't you come on the TV show?
I like the way Neil Cavuto does it. He says, his producer, Michelle, who's lovely, Nunes, and she says, can you do a caller, a phoner, or whatever they say? Sure. Why? Because you require me to drag my ass downtown. I use about 14 pounds of powder on my forehead.
Yeah.
I get about 3.5 minutes. Then I got to wash it all off, and then I got to drive home.
Oh, poor baby. I mean, in the world, and your fans get a chance to see you.
They're going to. You just said I'm going to be on your program.
The truth, because I have sent a camera to your bunker.
That's
and
true.
You don't even have to move. You literally,
That's true.
You're doing your radio show. you turn around, you look at the camera, and you don't have to leave your room.
Do you know a more solitary person than me?
In many ways, I'm second.
But do you know one more than I am?
No, I'm a loser, but you're a bigger loser.
So you bring trucks over here, and they're wonderful people. They come in, and they do their thing, and they leave, and all they what was that? What was that? Well, so anyway, would you do me a favor and tell my buddy Ollie hello? I haven't talked to him in a long time.
Ollie North is the greatest guy you'll ever meet, and
I knew him before you did.
Yeah, I know you. One of the greatest lines.
I knew him during Iran-Contra.
Yes, you did.
One of the greatest lines, what?
One of the greatest lines an attorney ever gave. That's my job. I'm not a potted plant.
No. Brendan Sullivan may well be the greatest litigator I've ever met.
He's never lost a case, Mark. Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that amazing?
It really is. All right, so you asked me if I'll be watching your show tonight. I absolutely will. What time is it on again?
It'll be 9 Eastern. As soon as you go off the air, people can turn on their TV. If they're in the car, turn it on in the car, and don't crash.
Do you ever have Huckabee on, by the way?
Yes, we do have Huckabee on Hannity every once in a while.
Tell me the truth. Does he hate me because I call him Huckaphony? Be honest.
Yeah, but you made up with him, so cut the nonsense. You guys made up.
I do like the guy now.
He's a nice guy.
He looks like, he sounds like a wonderful man.
All right, let me give a little behind the scenes. Mark says, that person's bothering me. Goes on the radio, unleashes on them. Then I arrange a phone conversation between that person and Mark. And then Mark will call me after and say, you know what, I really like the guy.
I said, don't do that again. Isn't that what I tell you? Stop introducing me to your friends.
Your knees buckle every time you have to talk to the person in person.
I have never talked to Huckabee, ever.
Yeah, but you did send a message that you used me as a conduit.
I said, I want you to know that, of course, he's not running, so that helps. But he seems like a very nice human being.
He's a nice guy. He's the real deal. He's a good guy.
All right, my friend.
Who do you like for the GOP nomination?
No, you're doing that to annoy me, because people annoy you and ask you the same thing, right?
I did that totally to annoy you.
And just don't ask the architect who's trashing conservatives left and right.
Oh, he's not trashing.
What did the architect? What did he build? The Leaning Tower of Pisa?
No,
what did he build?
These are conversations that you can't control yourself. Goodbye.
All right, take care. God
bless us. Go play your underwear song.
All right. I love getting under his skin.